They're back. That's most important.
What do we have here? Call to arms, translation from Elder Speech. Neutrality means neglecting our bonds, ignoring our duties. While we sit here fiddling our thumbs, our lowland brethren are dying in pogrom after pogrom. Dwarves of Mahakam, seize arms and join the Scoia'tael. Down with the Dwan! Certainly did not wish to state it out loud, yeah. Well, another thing that we did there. Let's boost morale at the shrine and continue this way, which should lead back to the main road. Yep. Let's have a look at that. We have some things here. And to the right I can go. With 2 question marks. Your Grace, the owner of this trading post, a dwarf by name of Branko Dalberg, has invited you to browse his wares. How shall I respond? Let's get the wood. We're usually more short on wood than we are on gold.
The Queen noted a building with unusually lavish ornamentation, including shining bronze roof tiles and glistening rock crystal window panes. An important clan dwelled there, Gabor explained. The Breckenrigs.
Could you introduce me?
Meve asked.
Perhaps I can convince them to intercede with Bruver on my behalf.
The clan head, Iva, invited Meve to an exquisite feast. But when she broached the subject of the war raging just outside Mahakam's borders, the dwarf changed the subject at once. Looking around the interior, Meve quickly understood why. The walls were ordained with Nilfgaardian tapestries and rugs.
Oh.
Gifts from friendly Imperial envoys, no doubt. Meve prepared to leave, convinced she had wasted her time, when someone clasped her shoulder and pulled her into a darkened room. Her kidnapper turned out to be a young dwarf. Female, it seemed, dressed in her nightshirt.
Okay.
She introduced herself as Iva's daughter, Eudora Breckenrigs, and openly admitted she had eavesdropped on Meve's dinner conversation.
Listen, me dad's stubborner than an old goat, but I'll convince him to help ye. For a wee favour, that is.
What?
I want you to steal something from the clan archive. Historiae Mahakamorum, 'tis called. See, me dad won't let me betroth me sweetikin Zoltan. Says the codex forbids marrying a dwarf who's left the mountains. But there's precedent. Just such a case described in that document. If I can show it to Dad, he'll have to change his mind.
Meve felt sympathy for Eudora and wanted to help her, especially considering the favor Eudora could do her in return.
Is that the...
But she fully realized if her attempt to break
Can
into
that
the
be the,
archive ended badly, it would result in a tremendous
the
scandal.
wife
Bruver
Zoltan
would
talks
not
about
soon
in the
forget.
first Witcher?
The pot's worth
Is that
play,
another-
I believe.
Dwarven lady.
I accept your offer.
They then shook hands, sealing the deal. Meve had to bite her tongue to stop from crying out, for the young she-dwarf had the grip of a brawny blacksmith. Meve returned to her company, and, massaging her sore hand, presented Eudora's offer. Gascon volunteered for the task at once.
Thievery's my forte. The dwarf
It is
won't
indeed.
notice a single mothball out of place.
Gascon snuck into the archive under the cover of darkness. Just as he was tucking Eudora's desired document into his cloak, he heard dwarven boots clanking down the stairs.
Damn it!
Gascon swore.
I can't let them catch me.
Oh boy. Oh boy. At the campfire, Gascon had proclaimed himself a true master of stealth. He claimed he could cross the Novigrad market in full light of day wearing naught but a jester cap with belts, and not a soul would notice. Well, the time had come for the Duke of Dogs to show his bark and had some bite. To escape, move Gascon, light-footed, to the bottom right corner of the battlefield. Move Gascon using your leader. Puzzle battle. He must get away for Zoltan. Yeah, I will try my best. Oh boy. Choose a Mahakam guard and force them to turn around. Wait for the... Okay. Whenever Gascon moves, move this unit one position to the right. If it reaches the edge of the battlefield, turn it around. So he will get closer. Move south to an adjacent vertical or horizontal position. So I can move 3 steps. 1, I think I will go here. Oh, I see.
Stop! Who's there?
Oh, they can see me that way. Oh, I saw. I thought they must be adjacent to me. I see. But can I move? Can I move down? Like, is there? Because he can't see me. Okay, so there's a limit on how far they could look. Okay. So, what do I want? Do I want someone to turn around? Or... I would turn him around. He would move towards here. And he will move there. Let's do that.
Huh? Who's there?
What a nub. That was close.
It's an interesting little puzzle. So, if he turns around, now I don't know if I can actually move here or if I'm too close. Alright, but he will just turn around, right? Okay. Let's move one back. Alright. And move one there.
Piece of cake.
Okay. Ooh. Not sure. So if I move there, I'm definitely too close. Same here. Think I messed it up. Oof. So what if I use this?
Just a bit more.
I probably mess it up, but we'll see.
Stop!
Oh, that's too
Who's
close. Okay. Yeah, I thought I messed it up, but let's try it again. These puzzles are really fun, I have to say. I feel like my general idea here wasn't too bad. But what I could do is turn him around.
Huh? Who's there?
What a nub. That was close.
And then follow him for a while. He will move. And probably turn around. Not only probably, but move this. Now let's move one down. Move there. Not sure if that was smart. Probably not.
Piece of cake.
Okay.
Stop!
Yeah.
Who's there?
There's so many cards, yeah. I mean, this is pretty straightforward, though. So I can move Gascon with every move they move to the right. They move in the direction they are facing. If they get to the end of the row, they turn around with one move and then go to the other one. So they're patrolling. And I have to navigate Gascon through here. Oh no, I already messed up. Let's restart. So the first move definitely has to go down. So what I wonder though is, can I move all the way? What if I move all the way down? Now. And then play this card. Now they will turn. I can move with Gascon one closer. And I could turn him around.
Huh? Who's there?
What a nub. That was close.
And move one closer.
Piece of cake.
Now I can move here. And move down. Move here. But now, if he would face me, so I have to waste his turn. That should be it. And I'm out of there.
Easy as pie.
We did it for Zoltan.
Luckily, Gascon managed to do the deed quietly, so the dwarves never found out who had broken in. As agreed, Meve handed Eudora the stolen document.
Ha!
The dwarf shouted, raising the parchment in a triumphant gesture.
Da can't do
Puzzle
nothing to
Echo.
stop her making vows now. I've got to write Zoltan right quick. Thanks. Thanks a million
Right,
times
Zoltan.
over.
Send my regards. Valmir's horn.
And Eudora did her part too. Soon after, the Queen learned there'd been a gathering of the clans, and Iva had indeed spoken on her behalf. She could only hope the elder Breckenriggs had swayed Bruva Hoog as well.
Oh, that's good. So we have a new card here. Let's check. And I need to adjust my things here anyway. So this I throw out. And instead, so what is this? Permanent resilience. Whenever an ally appears, strengthen it by 1 and give it 1 armor. So, like this one. Whenever me you as a yeah, I mean it's not bad, but it's not great. Okay, what else do we have? We could have that or the damage one. The damage one would be useful. Let's take the skull. I haven't really tested that one out. And then our army. Now here the issue is that without Rayla, my army isn't as strong anymore. That was a tough blow for me. So let's raise infiltrator, obelisk, the slingers. I mean, 5 is a little much, I feel, at this point. Bombers are nice. The obelisks are okay. The war wagon is questionable. What else do we have? A forager. Destroy 2 cards to the right. If they were units, boost self by their combined power. Boosting after different ally is played from hand or moved to the other row. Also not great. Charges. Damage a unit by 2 if it was destroyed. Repeat this ability. That could be useful. Or I go back to the Wagenburg. Maybe let's do that. Let's get like 3 of these. And then also get these 3. And maybe get another 2 of these. So we have 5. It's better. And then I can actually take this one. I think I will try that. I think that is a little better mix in our deck.
Eudora Breckenrig's Chive. Oh, I truly
Breckenrig's Chive. Look at you, Zoltan. Good for you. So far, I'm very happy with how they reference the main games and stories. It's usually in a fairly subtle way or just minor things, but it still ties it all together very well.
You're no cold without a beard. What are you poking me for? Ah, scrounging for coin, no doubt. Righty then, take this pouch and kindly get off my arse.
Nice, we got some extra gold. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, what's this?
Ah, you thundering dolt! I told you to hold your horses or you'll shake the hitch loose.
Oh, now you're a bleeding expert, are you? You overloaded the damn cart, that's why it's busted.
A wagon lay strewn across the middle of the road. Behind it stood others, some loaded with gold, jewels, and other valuables, others groaning under barrels of pickled meat. Each dwarf had his own theory about how the accident had come about, and thundered it out to all and sundry, peppered with choice invectives.
An odd caravan.
Meve said.
They don't look like merchants.
Nah, they ain't.
Gabor answered.
Dwarves of the Ferens clan, carrying gifts for the Drake. Remember Keltilus? When he took roost here, Ferences fought him for near a century. Then the dragon got weary of fighting and they realised he weren't going nowheres, so they cut a deal. He didn't bother them. They give him what he needs.
Well, well. And these offerings they send often?
Every week. Excuse me, got to separate them lads, or they tear out each other's beards. Hey there! Cool your idiot heads!
Gabor managed to douse his brethren's fiery tempers, but the wagon still lay across the road, blocking all traffic.
Queen,
Said Xavier.
there's an easy repair. I've the tools, the parts. Need but your permission.
Of course. Go see what can be done.
Xavier did indeed make quick work of the problem. Within moments, the wagon was rolling smoothly down the road, good as new.
Well, shaft me, your highness,
Said one of the dwarves.
Your engineer's got a pate like stewed meat, but he kens his trade, that's for certain.
I'll convey your words to him. Or at least part of them.
Me and the lads will be on our way now, but first, take this. Bit of gold by way of thanks.
Sure.
Thank you.
Meve said, accepting the surprisingly heavy pouch.
In wartime, every copper counts.
The dwarf bowed in parting, shook the snow off his beard, then rejoined his caravan. Within a few moments, the wagons had disappeared around the bend.
I wonder if there's a way of not having Xavier, and then there's a different dialogue. I could see that happening. My lady, this forge belongs to a famous armorer by the name of Nikos Gax. Truly, never in my life have I seen finer studded leather and mail. He's willing to sell, but not for coin, for he is buried up to his neck in it. Instead, he asks for labor, new hands he can train to work at his forge. Sure. Let's do it. So I wonder if I can go this path. Doesn't seem that way. I came from there, but can I go here? Let's run back quickly. Ah, this way I get. Huh? Ah, there we go. I was wondering if I could go there earlier because it looked like it. There we go. Oh, and here's that will also be where the treasure chest is. Aha! Thank you. For 20 gold. That was definitely worth it. So let's continue now. Oh. I didn't see the sign first and I thought, oh, what's that? That sounded dangerous. What can I... This. Each unit gains 1 armor at the start of the battle. That sounds very strong. Yeah, let's do that. I see fire and hear loud noises. The Hag's Pit. Oh! Dragon!
A pillar of smoke rose above the mountains, and a sooty aroma filled the air.
Fire!
Gabor said, then took a deep sniff.
Perhaps a bolt struck some barren trees.
No,
Meve said curtly.
I know that scent too well. All Edirn reeked of it. It's the smell of burning homes.
The Lyrians quickened their gait. Soon they saw a town fully aflame, and a roaring, furious dragon above it.
That's your Keltimus?
Gascon asked, shielding his eyes from the sharp glare emanating from the city.
You were right. Perfectly harmless.
Dinna ken what's got his knickers in a bunch.
The dwarf said, grabbing his axe from his belt.
Queen, we got to make haste to the rescue.
Smother your fears, Sir Dwarf.
Ake proclaimed. Without waiting for Meve's reply, he
Oh
dropped his
boy.
lance and
No, not
galloped
again,
headlong
Ake.
towards the
Not
burning
again.
city.
Follow me!
Don't get killed
Slay the Viper!
by a dragon again. No, help fight the
Raven!
dragon.
Meve called out.
Have our men wet their cloaks for a modicum of fire protection. We move as soon as they're done.
Smart
If we don't
to
make
do
haste,
that beforehand.
Ink will be reduced to smouldering plate.
Your Grace.
Oh lord.
They are but common soldiers. To fight a dragon.
I know, but we must help them, or at least
Yeah.
try.
While Reynard went to pass on the order, Meve turned to Gavin,
This dragon, has it any weakness?
Fear not,
said the somber dwarf.
except a fondness for raw meat.
Meve nodded and swallowed dryly.
That's not
Despite
good.
the cold, she felt sweat pour down her scalp. Stifling her fear, Meve gave the order to attack, and her soldiers rode into the flaming city. From up close, Keltilis looked even more terrifying. Though enormous, he moved with shocking agility, like a lizard scurrying over sand. With one swing of his paw, he snapped the necks of 3 dwarves, then bisected a 4th with a powerful bite. After that, he turned his attention to the Lyrians.
More of you!
He said, twisting his bloody maw into a horrifying smile.
God!
Oh boy. Before Meve arrived in Mahakam, she only ever imagined dragons, fantasized about them based on wall engravings and troubadours' tales. Now, would she not only see one in the flesh, she would attempt to slay it. The very thought paralyzed her with fear. How to wound a beast with scales harder than steel, or defend against fire fiercer than that of a hottest furnace. Special rules: shorten battle, eliminate Keltilis. Great. Dragon slaying. Okay. So we definitely need all the damage that we can get. That is also pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Behind me!
There's Ike.
Stay together!
Honestly, even for a hero, a dragon is terrifying. 100%. No doubt about that. Okay. Every turn on start, spawn fire on the opponent's side. After 3 turns on start, move to opponent's side and damage all units there by 1. Okay. Well.
We got a job to do.
That's not good. Okay, let's play Barnburg.
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
Let's start with that.
Yarpin killed the dragon. It has to be possible.
Okay.
Oh, Lyrian lummoxes.
That was good. Return on start.
Shite! He's raging!
Return on start. Force 2 adjacent units to duel this unit. After 3 turns, move to the enemy melee row. That's not good. Okay. Okay. Jeez.
Hey?
And the charge here was totally gone as well. I should have done it immediately.
Your Grace, we're taking losses!
Oh, really? Really? Didn't notice. But we now have Ache.
God's blessed. My breastplate chafes.
I mean, in theory, that should take care of the issue, since it will now duel. Yes, we killed it, I think. Ached it. But in this case, there is obviously the chance that you don't have Ache with you, and then it would be much harder. So I guess that is your big reward for recruiting Ache and keeping him. Which is really cool.
That day, many Lyrians perished, either to the dragon's all-consuming fire or to its flesh-rending claws. Yet their sacrifice was not in vain. Together with the dwarves, they were able to grievously wound Keltulis, forcing him to flee. The howls of the wounded monster rang throughout the valley.
That's right, howl, you scurvy snake! Shouldn't they ever attacked us, eh? Damn fuel
Did
lizard.
it?
Meve, that's Vavrenik, elder of the town and all the Ferences.
My
That's good.
regards and condolences.
Eh, tain't so bad. If nae for ye, wouldn't there be a stone left unrubbled? To be honest, when I caught wind some human queen come to Mahakam looking for aid, I said a crocus would sprout twixt my cheeks afore I'd vote aye on that. Gonna be a fear to look in my breeches after, but changed my mind. After what I saw today, what ye did for us, you've the support and undying gratitude of all Ferences.
Nice.
Thank you. Faced with a Nilfgaardian peril, that means a great deal.
Forgive me for interrupting this tear-tugging scene of interracial reconciliation, but I can't hold back no longer. Vavrenik! Double shice! What happened? Why'd Keltulis attack?
I ken as much as ye, meaning squat diddly. Just
Squat
flew up,
diddly.
started spewing flames, half the town lit up in a flash.
Sheepshank! 300 years I've been a good neighbour.
What's done's done. Gotta think about the future. The Drake's just taking a breather. Gotta finish him off for his regained form.
Meaning we haven't much time. He heals like an alchemist's pup. And the nearest guards are miles away. He'll be up
Oh yeah,
flying
for
again
sure,
before they get
Athalas.
here.
I love it as well.
Aye, that's what I thought. Perhaps, Your Grace, you'd,
What? Jest you must.
I ken you're tired through the fight, dinna want to risk casualties, etc. But remember, the beast sleeping on a bed of gold and rubies. All belonging by right to Brother, of course. But if quibbling some wandered off...
Fizz,
you'd
hello,
notice.
how you doing? You didn't get a notification? Thanks, Twitch. Well, you're just in time. You're only 4.5 hours after I started, so just a little bit of a delay. How you doing, Fizz?
I admit that does alter my calculations. Besides, the dragon was badly wounded.
Doing pretty good. Thanks for asking.
Putting it featherly, blood poured out of him like a leaky bladder. Just needs a coup de grace.
Fine. I'll do the deed.
Ken you'd see the light.
Oi, Vavrenik, Vavrenik. This lady's gonna make your rump a regular crocus garden.
Aye, Queen's doing us a great service. One that'll profit us both.
So,
Hopefully.
where is Keltulis' lair?
North of here. It's a vast cavern. Ye canna miss it.
Meve bid farewell to Vavrenek and set out on her way. Did her way lead to the dragon's lair, you ask?
Yeah, that
not
is really
spoil the
useful, I
surprise.
thought. Sometimes hard to keep track. So that certainly helps. And with Twitch not being very reliable with with their notifications, that certainly makes sense. Okay.
Ah, that stings. Got a blow on it a little. Trista Borheed, and what do you get? A singed bahookie. Brown, red, gold. Every dragon's a right bastard. Wait! I'm coming with ye! Gonna beat that skinny
Nice.
bastard so hard
Yeah, you usually get Twitch
Twitch
notification, but that is a great backup plan. Yeah, for sure. So what does the... Okay, that would be the main path, and that is probably where Calculus is. So let's first get the wood that is here. Then check to the north. Playing Dragon Slayer. If I go in there, I want to check on the other side. Aha! There we have a shrine. Will give us a little bit of support. And some more loot before the battle. I'll take it. Do it.
Keltalis' lair was indeed impossible to miss, as would stand to reason, for any space capable of containing a dragon must be enormous. The lair's maw, a black triangle cut out of a vast plain of snow, loomed from afar. Confirming the dragon's presence was the powerful odor emanating from it, one of sulfur and blood.
Well then,
Gascon said.
ready to become a legendary dragon slayer?
Sure. Oh, you have a Discord as well, Fizz. Enter the dragon's lair.
My
Do
father
it.
oft said, never should you count pelts till the hunt is through.
Meve said, dismounting her horse.
It's all the more true when you hunt dragons. He's wounded, yes, but one puff of flame, and we shall be not legends, but corpses. Leave all thoughts of foolhardy bravery behind.
Little private thing that I use with family, yeah.
The Lyrians crept
I mean,
across the
that's the
dragon's
cool
threshold.
thing about Discord, right?
They walked
That
single file,
Discord can be
shields raised,
used
watched
for
by
like
bats
larger
hanging from the ceiling.
communities.
Keltalis
It
lay
can be
curled
used
up
for
on a bed of
fandoms. It can be.
diamonds and gold
I
coins
now see
turned
more and
red from his
more
blood.
developers have their
Seeing
own
how he
Discord where they
strayed
have
merely to lift his
interaction
massive
with
head,
people who
Meve
play the
knew
games
the
and
dragon no
can
longer posed
answer
any threat.
questions about the games. But it can also be used in a very small circle, either just for yourself with some very useful tools, or for family and friends. I think that's the cool thing, that everyone can pretty easily set up a server and with a few clicks on the internet find out a few nice mods or features that you can add to it, and that it can then help you with all kinds of things on the internet.
Come to finish what your poison began?
The
Poison?
monster croaked hoarsely.
Fine. Do it then.
Keltalis turned over, exposing his vulnerable underbelly, and waited calmly for the fatal blow.
But yeah, that would be cool too, as Athalas. Let's talk to him.
Wait,
Meve said, dropping her sword.
what poison?
Yeah.
Keltalis laughed while squeezing his bleeding side in pain.
So they didn't tell you? Lousy.
Those nice at everyone.
Hey! Watch your tongue!
Gabor yelled.
Sides! I didn't ken anything about it.
Keltalis looked the Lyrians over mistrustfully with his snake-like eyes, then began to tell his tale. The caravan Meve had met on the road was different to the others. This time, Keltalis's meat had been pickled in a special brine, one spiked with poison. As the dragon lay curled up in pain, Ferenc dwarves entered his lair and smashed his head.
So if I understand correctly,
Meve interrupted.
you're female?
Correct. same as you.
As if on command, all Lyrian eyes turned to Gabor.
Can you look at me? We didn't peek under his, its tail.
If I may,
Reynard interjected.
these revelations about Keltulus's sex are undeniably fascinating. But I'm more curious why the Ferences stooped to such a dishonorable deed.
That's easy enough to guess.
Meve said.
They were afraid the dragon would soon demand more tribute to feed its young, so they decided to strike preemptively.
A wise and noble deed.
Ake cried.
Evil must always be nipped in the bud.
Wow.
To the Ferences' misfortune, they delivered too small a dose of poison. Infuriated at the sight of the broken eggs, the dragon gathered its strength and flew to the nearest town. Meve saw for herself what happened then. And now it was up to her to decide how this story would end. The dragon had killed dozens, perhaps even hundreds, but had been provoked first by the dwarves' heartless cruelty. Did it thus deserve death or mercy?
Yeah, Athalas. For sure. Kill the dragon, let Keltullus heal and leave Mahakam. Yeah, and we also know from the Witcher tales that dragons are sentient creatures, which is why Witchers do not consider them monsters. Geralt mentioned that. And Geralt is even friends with a golden dragon and meets another dragon, the daughter of that said golden dragon, and The Witcher 2. Which also doesn't mean that, obviously, that every dragon has to be kind and nice. It's the same thing with humans and dwarves and everyone else. But in this case, it is certainly understandable that Keltullus was upset when it was poisoned and then their eggs were destroyed, so...
When judging my subjects, I would sometimes not know who bore the greater guilt,
said Meve.
but as ruler, I had to reach a verdict, often a harsh one.
The queen returned her sword to its sheath.
This is not my land,
Meve
Agree,
said.
Athalas,
nor are
yeah.
these my subjects. I don't have to choose the lesser evil.
Meve!
Gabor hissed.
Prover'll be furious.
Let him. And you, dragon, swear me this. When you heal, you shall leave Mahakam and never return.
You've my word. And my gratitude.
Meve was about to leave the cavern when the dragon
10,000
blocked her way
gold
with its tail, then gathered a smattering of valuables at the queen's feet. Each would be the prize of the Lyrian crown jewels. News that Meve had spared the dragon, which had killed dozens of dwarves, did indeed enrage the inhabitants of Mahakam, the Ferences in particular. But when the clans considered driving the Lyrians from the pass, Elder Vavrinek opposed it. No matter what happened after, he had sworn Meve his undying gratitude.
Ha! Tricked him!
Your Grace, 'tis not right.
Ooh, he will leave now, won't he?
Calm down, Sir Ake. What's the problem?
The deed you've committed, most foul. As the good book says, whosoever standeth idle in the face of evil proveth guilty of the same. Know that I never stand idle, yet I cannot stop you from doing so. Thus I must leave. I refuse to play any part in the wickedness you perpetrate.
Sir Ake.
Farewell, Queen, and may the gods have pity on your soul.
Get the fuck out of here, Ake. I don't need you. I don't need you with your stupid mustache and your stupid lance. Don't care. Self-righteous a-hole, yes. Whoever trusts blindly to the words of a book rather than to the sight of his own eyes and own heart shall not be my friend anymore. Okay, let's go down first. There seems to be something. A drunken bluff. What's going on here?
Meve squinted, the better to see the scene. Several dozen dwarves had gathered on the cliff overlooking the chasm. all were turned towards a ramp, at the peak of which stood a barrel.
What is that gathering about?
Asked the Queen.
Have we a feast day?
Nay,
Answered Gabor grimly.
'tis an execution.
A hairy head peeked out of the barrel. The long, pointy nose and ears left no doubt that it belonged to a gnome. The first Meve had ever seen in her life.
Help! Save me!
The gnome yelled.
They aim to kill me! Cast me in the chasm!
Shut your maw!
Barked the dwarf standing next to him, who then shoved the gnome inside the barrel and covered it with a lid.
Your crimes! The sheer weight of it, eh? No lighter punishment is fitting.
The other gathered dwarves nodded approvingly. Two gripped the barrel, lay it on its side, then lifted it to cast in the chasm, paying the thumping from inside it no heed.
I mean, to be fair, if, like, honestly, Gabor mentioned, like, he immediately recognized what's going on here. So, and so far I kind of tend to not intervene in the other land's execution of justice as long as it isn't directly impacting me or is a clear injustice. So, and I don't know that, so I won't.
The Queen mounted up and squeezed her mare with her knees to urge her forward. Soon after, she heard a loud, wailing cry, the sound of wood splintering, 100 dwarves cheer, and then quiet.
I mean, I probably could have got more out of that, but I just feel, for me, it's more important to kind of play the character how I
Perfect parabola.
feel I've started it. Be consistent.
It was the bonniest. Every year more monsters.
So here we have a subscription post. Conscription post.
Pass a snail en route to the mine.
I'd like to pick up the subscriptions on the conscription post. Okay, what? Oh, I forgot some loot there on the way. Then we have a battle. Okay.
Never, ever whistle in the mines. Now hold on.
Yeah,
Pour ye
I
some
agree,
hoots first.
Arthurus.
Makes for merrier marching when things get frosty.
Okay, we got a little morale there. I mean, I could have made the decision based on, like, oh, what will give me the better outcome, or what will show me more of a quest or so. But I'd rather play it true to the character. Ideas. Length Scout, a lens that makes an object appear more distant. Spot scope, and subterranean periscope used in potato cultivation. Double gaff, a two-sided fork. Hipponixolea, snowshoes for horses, can also be used as rackets. Clucks, booties for chickens. Lumium, a lamp derived from fluorescent tubers. Someone had some interesting ideas there.
A blizzard's blowing in. Your Grace, perhaps we'd best pitch camp and wait for clear weather.
Tain't a bad idea. Said we might be waiting a week.
Then we march on. We've no time to waste.
We
While
cannot
ride
pitch
to
a
and
camp.
fro begging aid, Nilfgaard
Pitch a
grows in
tent,
power. We must
or anything
obtain
else.
reinforcements as quickly as possible and liberate our home.
We have here a battle. The dwarves of Mahakam often keep their eyes trained skyward for two reasons. First, to watch the avalanches. Second, to ensure no hungry forktails or slizzards are swooping down for a quick bite. Standard battle, 3 turns. I need to remember that. 3 rounds, I should say. Okay, so what do we have here? That is actually not too bad. That is not too bad. Yeah. I might just keep it that way. Okay. Interesting.
Watch your heads!
Paid late. Again.
Okay. Ah. Oh, they attacked that one. Certainly didn't want that.
Not to reason why.
That was good. Let's pass the round. It was a good move, but still not enough. That is enough. We lost the first round, but we didn't use too many cards there. Now let's see, we have another Wagenburg. We have these. So this is all pretty nice. We won't get far with that one. That one could be useful. Let's finish. Oh, I can still redraw 4. Like this now. Okay.
Catch!
And they passed. Just use this one. And end the turn. Let's pass. We win the second round. Okay. Can redraw. Let's do it like this. Let's go. Final round. See if I can pull off some good moves here. Okay.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
Let's move these down. That boosts gas gun. Every turn on start, increase counter by 1 and damage a random enemy by 2. Not a big fan of that, so let's get rid of it. Doggo ate something, nice, I guess. So how do I want to play this, though?
You sure about that?
That does some damage. Yeah, I probably should use its ability before. Before it expires. They attack me again. Keeping it low. Alright. Okay. Let's bring her out.
Make love, not war.
The hippie witch. It's attacked. Oof. Now, I should use her ability before she gets killed.
And just when you thought things were about to get dull.
Boom! Look at that. Haha. Yeah, I like her as well. And it's a pretty cool card on top of that.
I bit the white of an eye from half a league away.
Big fork tail. That should be enough. Strong? Not strong enough. Victory! No? Okay, well, I can pick it up. Okay, anything here? Certainly looks suspicious. Your Majesty, a she-dwarf hides in this mine. According to Gabor, her name is Stanka Moran, a renegade and thief sought by every clan. We could dispatch a few guards, but if we let her go, she's promised to show us where to find buried treasure of extraordinary value. I want that treasure. Where's that supposed to be? Maybe there? Either here or here, I would assume. We now have bad morale, but there was a shrine nearby. Oh, nice little detail that Meve actually holds her hand up to protect her from the snowstorm, the blizzardo. Just checking if the treasure is here, but I assume it's further in the north. In the north! Blizzardo. Italian for blizzard. Exactly.
Meve rode on in silence, endeavoring to work out the length of her exile thus far. A scout's call tore her from her reverie.
Your Grace! You must see this!
With a grave mien, the soldier indicated a track in the snow. The hobnail boot print was all too familiar. Meve had seen it before, upon Lyria's sandy tracks, and midst the ashes to which Edern had been turned.
Nilfgaardian footmen.
Seethed Meve.
Marched through of late.
Interrupted Gascon.
A day, perhaps 2 days past.
The scouts had learned a Nilfgaardian caravan with an armed escort had recently arrived in Mahakam. The invaders had brought with them chests brimming with gold and jewels, then exchanged these for the finest Mahakaman-forged swords and spears. A scout gave Meve one of the coins the Blackclads had used for payment. Upon the coin's back, the Lyrian eagle.
They pay with gold from my vault.
The Queen said through gritted teeth.
For arms that would cut down my fighting men and subjects.
We might yet
Thank you for the
pursue and
host,
hunt them down,
Squidgeneer.
Said Reynard, a spark in
How's
his
the
eye.
cool
and
fish
make
doing?
certain Ed Dahi never
Are you
lays hands
Squid?
on those weapons.
You might, I can.
Piped up Gabor, who had been listening to their exchange.
But you might also recall, we Mahakamans are neutrals who assure all guests within our borders safety. True, formally speaking, the Nilfgaardians have passed outside them, but attack them a stone's throw from our gates, and you'll see Brewer's rage come out
Doing
his ears
alright?
as
That's good to
steam,
hear.
and out his
Doing
arse as
good too.
fire.
Gabor, forgive me.
Said the Queen.
This caravan we must attack. I must stop the Nilfgaardians. And entirely apart, I should be quite content to watch Brewer spew fire.
Gabor's mouth gaped as he tried to protest, but the Lyrian soldier's laughter drowned out his
You
grunts.
can't just let it pass. It
Meve
is
gave the signal to depart.
bad for
Soon
our
after,
standing with
Queen and company descended upon the foe's caravan, and a
Brewer
battle
Hope,
ensued.
but again, not doing what's best for the game, but what I think Meve would do. An unusually strong guard protected the Blackclad's caravan, as if securing a military convoy on enemy soil. Perhaps Nilfgaardian merchants had requested a more robust escort to defend against the vile monsters of the mountains, or perhaps they simply suspected Meve would not respect Mahakam's principle of neutrality. Optional: move caravan escort to your side of the battlefield. Okay. Let's see. That could be useful. That could be useful. That's not so useful. That could be useful.
I want that transport in one piece!
Okay, for every 4 allies destroyed, move 1 row forward towards the opponent. If this unit comes into contact with fire, destroy it. Okay, so no fire. Okay.
I said I wish to capture the transport!
Okay.
Ha! Then retreat!
No, that's okay.
You man! No fire anywhere near that wagon, or you'll answer to me.
All right. Ugh. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. That would have been bad. Let's move this one here.
Pays late. Again.
That's okay. Another turn.
Wise choice.
And the doggo. Move forward, which is good. Lowest unit. That worked.
Order!
It doesn't have any armor anymore.
Ours is not to reason why.
Which is okay. Can move these. At least this one. And can destroy another one. That sets the counter to 2 again. So far, so good.
That was not in the spell books.
Now. Now. How do I want to do this? Could damage it for 4. Well, let's do it.
One bolt.
Like that. Let's add 1. Ouch. Okay. Well, that's not great. Those are pretty strong enemies.
This could hurt.
Put that there. I need to kill one more enemy. Now it's on my side.
The transport's ours.
We have the transport. We did it. Victory!
Crushed by their defeat, the Nilfgaardians tossed the chests into the snow lining the road and rode off with a cracking of their whips. One chest burst open, revealing a weapon wrapped in greased leather. Gascon removed the leather and held aloft a sigil that shone with newly forged luster. He examined it from all sides, then put his thumb to its blade. Blood immediately squirted out.
Ooh! Sharp bastard,
he said, clearly impressed. Hearing these words, Gabor unexpectedly burst out laughing.
What's got you so tickled, if you don't mind my asking?
Custom holds. The first words out a warrior's mouth upon seeing a sigil become the blade's name. So, congrats. You've dubbed it!
Gascon stood there awkwardly as Meve took the weapon from him.
I'd have chosen a different name personally, one with a bit more dignity. But Sharp Bastard has an undeniable charm. And I cannot wait to try it out on Nilfgaardian plate.
Aye, but perhaps nae in Mahakam.
Gabor interjected.
You've made a fine enough mess for yourselves as is. Gonna need to amend for it somehow. And that'll nae be easy.
Tidings of Meve's deeds soon reached Bruverhoog's meaty ears. And though there was no fire, despite Gabor's insistence to the contrary, there was also no doubt the Elder-in-Chief was livid. Only the Zigrin's intercession on their behalf kept the Lyrians from being thrown out of the mountains.
Oof. Oh, Meve is healed. Let's see what that leader ability does. Damage a unit by 1, then trigger all allies' loyalty abilities. Increase the damage dealt by 1 for each unit destroyed. Ah. I mean, I can see it being useful. Let's try it out. There. Lots of loot. Thank you very much. For every unit destroyed by it or by it and the triggered loyalty. No. I don't think. I mean, that's a good question, though, now that I think about it. Could be. We will see how it plays out. Let's upgrade our workshop. Make some progress there as well. Crushing trap, pitfall trap, Rivian onager. Damage an enemy by 3. Charges 2. Whenever an ally is destroyed. Ooh. Get a new charge? I mean, that's pretty awesome. I'll take it. Maybe instead of one of the slingers. That's pretty strong. What is the map saying? Okay. What's here? Remember, lads and lassies, wash your beard with an herbal rinse before and after every shift. If you pass a snail on route or to the mine, share a wee bite with them. If a hare, dove, or thrush crosses your path, stop where ye are, and never, ever whistle in the mine. Ho 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 ho. Okay. Oh, another puzzle. And this is probably also where the treasure chest is, for which we got a treasure map. While the human kingdoms are mere hundreds of years old, the chronicles of Mahakam stretch back millennia. Over its long history, the mountainous region has been home to many great discoveries, heroic deeds, and terrible crimes. The Dwarven, however, prefer to keep silent about past conflicts, instead emphasizing brotherhood above all else. Yet the stain of shed blood on alabaster snow is difficult to truly forgive and forget, and its continued memory attracts beasts that thrive on injustice and suffering. Kill the beast. Puzzle battle. Another puzzle. Okay, so what do we have here? No abilities. Every turn on turn start, spawn 4 Barghests with 4 power. If there is a Barghest on the battlefield, gain immune. Let's try the lowest unit. I see. An ally is destroyed. Damage a unit by 4. If it was destroyed, repeat the ability. That'll be interesting. So with that, I could destroy this, but then next turn he would just spawn another row. So I guess what I need to do is I need to boost up the charges of this. So after after I attack it, I don't know. Set a unit's power equal to the units on its left. In order to... I would need 5 charges to kill that one. I think I have an idea on how to do it, but not entirely sure. So I will play this one. The turn. Then I will play this one.
Oh, you're dead.
But it's not immune anymore. Good. Why doesn't that work? Oh, okay. Well, then I think I know how to solve it. I think I figured it out. I just didn't know that I can't attack with that. So, oh, now it's on different turns. Oh, but that's a gauntlet. That doesn't matter. So does the catapult use your dead bodies for? Pretty much, yeah. It seems that way. So what I need to do with this is first play this. That's fine. But then, or was that fine? Oh no. I'm not sure if this works, but...
What is it?
Don't you worry yourself, Your Grace. We'll get it done in no time.
Oh, I messed up. Oh, I could put it back. That's good.
Fishing in the moat? Oh,
Okay. So I think now I need to do this. I think I messed up again. But I don't know why. I mean, now there are no buggers on it anymore. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. It's a little bit strange, but... So maybe I didn't figure it out. Okay. But the thing is, if I use this first, I run into the same issue. Open to
in the moat?
either.
Oh, dead.
Oh, now it works? What? Feels like that is strange. But okay, then I think I know what to do. At the turn. Then
Greetings. What is it?
Boost this one. Units power equal to the one on its left. Yeah. So what happens now is that I use this.
If anyone asks, you've not seen me.
Do this. Because now I play this. And do this. Did it! I mean, that was my original idea. I just didn't know exactly how the one card with the chain killing worked. There are apparently multiple ways that you can solve some of the puzzles. At least Nomik mentioned, I think, that one puzzle I solved a little differently, which is pretty cool. That there's not just one right way. Okay, got a little gold here. Forward. There's a thingy. What is my map saying?
We shan't pass this way.
Oh, Rainer, whatever would we do without you? Plummet off the cliff like lemmings, no doubt.
There's the next quest, main quest part. But everyone, I think this is a good time to end it for today. Thank you all for watching and stopping by. I had a great time with Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales, as always. I really enjoy this game. It's really cool. And worth checking out yourself if you want, I think. So... it is a good time to end Pokemon Go calls. Perfect. Everything is lined up perfectly. So before I send you over to someone else with the raid, thank you again, and I have a few thank yous to say. First of all, Coley Badger, thank you for the resub. 3 months now in a row already. That's pretty crazy. Thank you so much, Coley, for your support. High Rock then resubscribed for 12 months in a row. Now officially a vintage panda as well. High Rock also donated 100 bits. So thank you for that, for both of it. Very generous of you. Then Buchtzole with a follow. Thank you for that as well. Welcome to the channel. I hope to see you more often. And last but certainly not least, Squidgeneer with the host. Go check out the cool fish the next time Squidgeneer streams. Always good fun over there too. But now let's waste no time and have a look at who is on the line. Night Athalas. Let's see. Oh yeah, Luckless. Yeah, let's send you over to Luckless. I thought about it, and I honestly have I'm unsure about Life is Strange if I will continue it. I will see how I feel when I start tomorrow. I want to do it for YouTube, but the last episode didn't really catch me, and then the long breaks in between just I think I will see how I feel. I will try to record it, and I will see how I feel playing it if I get into it. If not, I think what I will do is I wait until they are all out and then start over fresh to actually get into the story a little bit. So let's send you over to Luckless to watch some Life is Strange. The last episode, episode 2, Luckless Love Locks. And yeah, say hi to Luckless, give a follow if you haven't already. And then I will be back on Friday with more Thronebreaker The Witcher Tales. And I will be streaming Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag on Saturday and Sunday. Until then, have a great time. See you around. Bye-bye.